Hello and welcome to Squishy Vision, where I have literally just watched the Children Need preview to Joy to the World, the Christmas special of Doctor Who. Not what I'm expecting from a Christmas special. A very tropical, summery treehouse and a Tyrannosaurus Rex. But am I stuttering? I seem a bit stuttering. That's what we're getting. So I don't actually know what we already know about this episode. I don't think we've actually had much released to us. We know the cast, so we know that Stephen Moffat's returning to write it. So it's going to be Stephen Moffat written Christmas special. The first time I think actually an executive producer, the showrunner of that era of Doctor Who hasn't written that Christmas special. Previous episode, bad music. Have I missed something? Oh, it's the short scene in I didn't even know that was. I need to watch. Okay, well clearly I need to watch the Proms thing. We know that Stephen Moffat's writing it. It's implied that Millie Gibson isn't going to have a significant role, although she is in the cast list, which probably is going to get an appearance of some sort. We know that Nicola Coughlan is playing the Joy, but nothing much more than that. Jill Fry is in it. We know that the Silurians are in it, and now that we see that the episode is set in the past, that kind of explains why. So what we basically get taught in this episode is someone is trying to initiate what is called a star seed, and as the name suggests, it's going to ignite a star. Presumably, the implication I've got is that it's being fueled by the planet's inhabitants, and that's what makes the star grow. And then obviously, the more potent the star, the more energy you can get from it. I'm sure there'll be more details in the episode. This seems to be, I imagine, probably within the first 20 minutes of the episode, we're probably at with this clip. And currently, people working for Villenard? What is the episode's called? Villengard, that's it. The people currently working for Villengard are Silurians. I was going somewhere that sentence, and then I got distracted by the fact I couldn't remember what Villengard was and I forgot where it is. But the Villengard people are returning from Boom. Clearly Moffat's very keen to kind of reuse that or build upon that bit of world building that they started all the way back in Doctor Dances, I think. I don't know if it was mentioned in The Empty Child, but certainly in Doctor Dances, where the Doctor mentions that they blew up the one of their weapon factories that produced the weapon that Jack uses. It's mentioned in there. Might actually be the last time it's mentioned. Maybe I should check. Where do we get Villengard mentioned? But yeah, first mentioned in Doctor Dances. Oh, it does appear in Twice Upon a Time, actually. I forgot about that. Yeah, it gets mentioned in Doctor Dances, and we visit Villengard during the last episode of Capaldi's run of Moffat's original run, and I think that's actually, and then I think apart from that and Boom is the only ever mentioned. So actually it appears, and I'm nicking what TARDIS Wiki is saying here, but it is true. It mentions it in Moffat's first TV story, their last TV story as a showrunner, and then the first TV show that they've written when they come back. So presumably the second time they write the last time, they will also bring it back. But clearly, like, the Doctor's come across a device. It seems to be that suitcase. In it is the seed. This is where he works out that what's in it, but don't quite work out where they are quite yet. I wonder if this episode will be using assets from the Space Babies when they briefly travel back in time, because that shot did seem fairly well produced for what was a brief appearance. I mean, to be fair, its brief appearance might be why it was very well shot, because you can put a lot of money into something that's not in the episode for a long period of time. I wonder if that was deliberately because they knew they were making this episode and they wanted to like have assets that they could reuse. Certainly not the first time a Tyrannosaurus Rex has been in Doctor Who. Clearly, it is a long history of Doctor Who and dinosaurs. There's the invasion of the dinosaur, the third Doctor, the John Pertwee episode. T-Rex is in Capaldi's first episode. Deep Breath. They're seen off screen in Earth. Well, they're not seen, but they're off screen in Earthshock when Adric crashes, and now we've got some dinosaur things here. We haven't really done much. I don't think we're actually traveling back in time, dinosaur era. The most we've had dinosaurs on screen in Doctor Who would be Invasion of the Dinosaurs and Dinosaurs on a Spaceship, both of which are either modern or future-based episodes where dinosaurs are either are somehow brought back artificially, or well, that was a Silurian ship. This, I think, is the first time we've actually gone to the era of dinosaurs and had that kind of adventure, so that'll be exciting to see. Other than that, we don't really learn much. I mean, the set design looks fine, the CGI looks alright. I mean, the background, the what we've got in the background looks fine. The T-Rex looks passable for what is Doctor Who. Not quite sure what the Christmas element is, and they don't always necessarily have to have a over Christmas element. It does flip-flop. They tend to do because they want the BBC like the whole aesthetic. But for example, the Return of Doctor Mysterio isn't particularly Christmassy in its look, but it definitely is in its feel. So we'll see how that kind of plays around with this. But yeah, I mean, I Doctor Who kind of dropped off my radar since the Empire of Death, which was a baffling episode. For me anyway. So this has kind of revigorate my interest in it, and now that I'm reacting to this a week after it's being broadcast, we are now 2 days and a month. Well, I assume they're going to release this probably in the evening because it's the Christmas special and not at midnight, but who knows. Anyway, those are my thoughts on that. I seem to have a burst of energy, so we might actually do the reaction videos for How to Train Your Dragon and well, I said that in the yawn. I mean, that's a sign that I shouldn't do it. It does normally take me about 20 minutes, 40 minutes. But if I get done now, then I'm done. Yeah, let's do at least one more. Oh, we'll see what we feel after that. Okay, bye.